Hello and welcome to this video where we'll go into the Medallion architecture in Databricks. So Medallion architecture, it's a way to organize data, and when you do it in this way, you will be able to get it very easily to build data pipelines. And this is very famous, and you might have heard of the famous data layers: bronze layer, silver layer, and gold layer. So we'll go through what this means, and in this video we'll just go through the slides, and in later videos we'll go more into coding part and actually code it out. So this will be really interesting. Let's move on to the slides and we'll go into Medallion architecture. So what is the Medallion architecture? It's a way to organize data in data lakehouse. So we know that Databricks is a data lakehouse. That means that it contains both the data lake and it contains the data warehouse, or it's basically a combination of these two. Okay, but it's a way to organize the data. And when data are continuously refined throughout the data pipeline, data with improving quality are stored in different data layers. So we will have bronze layer, silver layer, and we have gold layer. That means when we go further in the layers, we have more and more refined data. So you can see the upstreams of bronze. You have some raw data and then goes into the bronze layer. And then we go into the silver layer, we have transformed it, and we go into the gold layer, and then it's ready for the downstream. So you know these concepts about upstreams and downstreams, okay? So let's move on here. What are the benefits of Medallion architecture? So it's a way to preserve historical archive of source data and make reprocessing easy. So it enables step-by-step transformations. It has a data lineage, very clear. You can see where the data has flowed from one table to another or from one view to another. And this is very good for debugging. So you know whenever there's some issues, you see what type of transformations has happened to the data, so that it's not just a surprise that, oh, we got transformed data. So when you have the lineage, you can go back, oh, it has been transformed from this source data, from this table, from this view, from this, etc. And these types of transformations have been applied. And also it enhances performance by scaling layers separately. So let's move on here. So we have the data layers. For example, we have data sources, we have CSV, API, databases, etc. And then we do something called data ingestion into the bronze layer or the raw data format. And basically, what do we mean with the bronze layer? It could, as very simply, just be a schema. So you could divide it into several schemas. So one for bronze, one for silver, one for gold. And then you get your data into the bronze layer, and the data ingestion part, or the EL part of the ELT, so extract load. This part we're using something called Lakeflow Connect. So in Databricks we use Lakeflow and we have Connect. We have Spark declarative pipelines for transformations, and then we have Jobs, so Lakeflow Jobs for orchestration. And then moving on, we have the silver layer, which is the cleaned and restructured layer. We do some data transformation. And here we don't have any specific, we don't have any strict requirements on how to do the data transformations, but we have done some massaging of the data or some transformation of the data. And for example, it could be that if you have done more modern data warehousing, then you're maybe used to the staging layer, which corresponds to the bronze layer, and then the silver corresponds to the refine layer, and then we have the marked layer. And in the refine layer, usually, for example, you do a Kimball star schema, for example, with facts and dimension table. And similarly, you could do that in the silver layer, but it's not confined to just the Kimball and star schema. So it's in general like more cleaned and restructured, okay? And then we have the gold layer, which is a consumption-ready layer. So here, if you follow the traditional methods, then this would be the marts layer. However, in Databricks documentation, they also say it could be like similarly to marts, or it could be the star schema here if you choose to do Kimball modeling. In the coming videos, we will do star schema, but I will keep that in the silver layer, and then I will have marts in the gold layer to serve the data. And also this is project specific and it's more complex transformations. And also one thing to note is that this is just in general. You need to know that the Medallion architecture, it's not always these three layers. This is a very common misconception in industry that Medallion architecture, we have to have bronze, silver, gold. No. It's very adaptable. So if it's enough with silver, you don't need the gold layer. Why do you need that if it's enough with the silver layer? And if you want to add some more transformation steps, of course you can have more than bronze, silver, and gold. So you can adapt it towards your specific problems. So it's not confined to these three layers. This is a very important note so that you know that. So you have learned a little bit about the Medallion architecture in this video, and you've learned about the basic layers. So we have bronze, silver, and gold, and in actuality, we represent it using schemas, and then in the schemas, we have our, for example, our materialized views, our tables, and since we're using Spark declarative pipeline, we'll be able to see the data lineage very clearly between upstreams and downstreams. It's very easy to see the dependencies. You can also do orchestration using Lakeflow Jobs. So this will be really interesting coming videos. So stay tuned and keep on watching. Thank you. See you in the next video. Bye.